Mr. Gerard, on behalf of the people.
Madam Chair, Carafa on behalf of Erin Justice.
Good morning, Mr. Justice.
Good morning.
Mr. Justice, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay, you may put your hand up. Tell me your full name, please.
Erin Justice,
And how old are you, Mr. Justice?
29,
And how far have you gone in school?
completed.
And Mr. Carafa is your attorney?
Yes.
Okay. The reason why we're here back today, because I know that you were in front of me, I can't remember if it was last week or the week before, and the prosecutor put an offer on the record that you rejected on the record. And then it was my understanding that you were in front of Judge Kenny last week, am I correct?
Yes.
When I was gone. And it's my understanding that the offer was placed on the record again, and that you rejected the offer. But it's also my understanding that the offer was made available to you again this week. And so the reason why we're here today is for me to ask you, and I'm not, I think I've told you this before, I simply need to make a record of any time the prosecutor makes an offer as to what your position is on it. I have to make sure that if they make an offer, you're aware of what that offer is, and to ask what your decision is. And that's why we're here today. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And so in doing that, let me ask the prosecutor, what is the offer that was made since, I believe it was last Friday, since Mr. Justice was before Judge Kenny?
Your Honor, the offer has always remained the same. The only offer that was ever made to this defendant was that he pleaded murder in the second degree with a sentence agreement of 45 to 80 years, plus he pleaded to felony firearm, so that would be a mandatory 2 years consecutive. He has rejected that. Actually, last time we were in court before Judge Kenny, I revoked it. However, I have been instructed to place it on the table today, so that we start trial Tuesday, so this is it.
Okay, all right. Okay, and the reason simply is, Mr. Justice, I don't know what your decision is. It's just so that anytime there's an offer, that you make sure, the court has to make sure that you know what the offer is, and the court needs to know what your decision is, okay? So, I'm going to ask you in just a second, and the first thing I want to do is to advise you again that in the information in count 1, you're charged with homicide, murder, first degree premeditated, which carries a penalty of life without parole. In count 2, you're charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm, which carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. In count 3, you're charged with weapons felony firearm, which carries a penalty of 2 years in prison, which must be served consecutively with and preceding any term of imprisonment imposed for the felony or attempted felony conviction. In addition, there's a habitual offender second offense notice on the information, which does not affect the maximum penalty for count 1, homicide, murder, first degree premeditated, and it doesn't affect the sentencing guideline range for that count, because there are no sentencing guidelines for first degree premeditated murder, since there's a mandatory penalty of life without parole. But the habitual offender second offense notice does have an impact on count 2, possession of a firearm by a felon, because it increases the maximum penalty from 5 years to 7.5 years, and it also increases your minimum sentencing guideline range for that count. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The habitual offender second offense notice does not have any effect on the firearm charge. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Any question about the charges that are in the information that have been filed in your case?
No.
And again, the prosecutor has said he'll dismiss count 2, the felony possession of a firearm charge, in exchange for your plea of guilty to the reduced charge in count 1 of murder second degree, and your plea of guilty in count 3, felony firearm, with a sentence agreement that you are sentenced on the second degree murder to a minimum of 45 years and a maximum of 80 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections, plus 2 years for felony firearm. Meaning the felony firearm charge, sentence would have to be served first, and then you would begin to serve your 45 to 80 year sentence for second degree murder. Do you understand the offer?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had a full, fair, and complete opportunity to discuss this offer with Mr. Carafa?
Yes.
Have you had a full, fair, complete opportunity to think about what it is you wish to do with regard to this
I
offer?
actually needed a little more time.
Okay. So what are you asking me?
For like another week or so.
Well, trial scheduled for Tuesday.
We'll trial then.
I'm sorry?
We'll trial then. We'll go to trial then.
Okay, all right. Because I know that the offer has been made a number of times. I don't remember without, looking through the file. I know that at least once before me, this offer was made and you rejected it. And once before Judge Kenny, the offer was made and you rejected it. And the case has been ongoing before me for quite some time with the same offer. So I'm not going to, give you another week.
But that's fine. We'll go to trial then.
Okay.
Your Honor?
If you wanted to know, yes, Mr. Erin.
Just a suggestion.
I was simply going to say, if you want me to recall the case
Yeah.
later this morning, to give you an opportunity.
No, that's fine.
You don't want to think about it any further?
No,
You don't want to talk about it with Mr. Karoff any further?
no.
Your Honor, I just state that the people's position is that there is no plea the date of trial, so if the defendant wants to take as much time as he wants today, I am more than agreeable with that, to give him whatever opportunity he needs to speak with Mr. Carafa. However, the court has set the trial date, it cannot be changed, but we have plenty of time today.
Mr. Justice?
That's fine. We can go to trial.
Okay, all right. So have you thought about the offer that's been made by the prosecutor?
Yes.
Have you made a decision as to whether or
Yes.
not you wish to accept or reject the prosecutor's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to accept it or reject it?
Reject it.
All right. Does anyone threaten you to get you to make this decision?
No,
Has anyone promised you anything in order to get you to make this decision?
no.
Is this your own choice?
Yes,
Are you making it freely and voluntarily?
yes.
And just to note, my records indicate that we were first here on May 12th, before me anyway, for the arraignment on the information in the calendar conference. And there were no offers made at that time. But on June 17th of 2015, my notes indicate that the prosecutor put on the record the offer, the same offer that was made here today. And I scheduled and that was on June 17th. And I scheduled a special pretrial of July 16th, 2015, and I indicated that was a plea cutoff date. And then my notes indicate that on July, looks like July 16th, but
It was, Judge.
that we were here on the record and that you rejected the offer made by the prosecutor at that date on the record. And that we next scheduled August 7th. I don't remember if you were here, August 7th. Is that the one in front of you or in front of Judge Kenny?
Oh, it's you, Judge.
No, this is Judge Kenny covered for me on August 17th.
Right.
It says that Mr. Justice was in court and rejected the plea offer.
That's correct. I don't think we actually went on the record August 17th.
Oh, you don't think he actually went on the record? Well,
Before Judge Kenny, we did.
they did go on the record?
We did.
Okay.
That's
So,
correct.
the offer that was made, was first made on June 17th. You rejected it twice, and you rejected it again in front of me. And I note that you asked for another week, but I'm not giving you another week, because you already had over 2 months. Think about the offer that was made. The trial date has been scheduled, and I don't see what another week difference would make. And that's why I have not given you another week. So once again, Mr. Justice, is it your desire to reject the prosecutor's offer?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so Mr. Justice, we'll see you on Tuesday morning at 8:30. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Carafa. Thank you, Mr. Ray.
Thank you, Judge.
One other thing.
Well, hold on.
No, no.
You need Mr. Justice.
No, it's,
Okay. Thank you.
may we approach?
Yes, well, let's go there.
Judge Talon's going to help you.